First, let me say there are no easy games in the National Football League. However, in today's matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets, we all walked in knowing things could get ugly quick for the bottom feeders of the AFC East. The Jets have looked like a complete mess this season, and their winless record speaks for itself. They couldn't beat the Broncos' backup quarterback, so expectations going against arguably one of the best in the league right now, well, they weren't high. But some excitement in his second game with the Chiefs. Running back Le'Veon Bell got to face his former team after a bitter split just a few weeks ago. Jets' only hope was for Patrick Mahomes to turn the ball over. He's already thrown 16 TDs and just one interception all season. That is no different. Winds up, hits Tyreek Hill 36 yards. Oh, jumping into the stands to celebrate, and he'll throw up the peace sign. New York on the hunt for their first win. That's Sergio Castillo hitting the 48-yard field goal attempt, cut the Chiefs' lead 14-9 near the end of the second quarter. Mahomes and Travis Kelce, quite the duo. 3-yard pass to bring Kelce easily into the end zone. Chiefs bring the lead back up to 12. Mahomes continues to be absolutely stellar in the NFL, completing 31 of 42 passes, 416 yards, 5 TDs, 0 interceptions, nearly 3 times as many passing yards as Sam Darnold. Mahomes made sure the game never felt close, as it shouldn't, as Chiefs were heavily favored. They walked away with a 35-9 win over the Jets. And the Chicago Bears host Drew Brees and the rest of the New Orleans Saints in the Windy City, looking to pick up win number 6. Defense has and should continue to be the Bears' saving grace this season. While the offense continues to find itself under Nick Foles, maybe find a way to rush for more than 65 yards, the defense leads the NFL in fewest touchdown passes allowed, and it's been impressive on third down stops. A huge playmaker is defensive end Akeem Hicks, who faces off against his former team in the Saints, where he was drafted back in 2012.
It's always an important game, but I would say this. There was an instance about 6 or 7 weeks ago. I don't know how many weeks ago, actually. I was on Instagram and I saw them highlighting Marcus Colston's highlights. And it just brought back so many fond memories of my time spent there. And it pulled me away from my usual animosity of that jersey color. And I started to remember how much, just how much the game means to you, and the fellowship and the bond that you make with players, over the years. And one of those being a friend that I have there now currently in Cam Jordan, you don't lose those type of relationships. And overall, they make it a positive experience. Do I appreciate how I was, cast aside, how I was told that I wasn't good enough to play in this league, or I wasn't good enough to play for that team? No, I don't appreciate those things. But, you never forget, but you can't carry hate in your heart.
And what a season Akeem Hicks is continuing to have for the Bears. That game started at 3:25. It's currently 13-13 into the third quarter. We'll have those highlights tonight at 10. And over to college football, SIU becomes the FCS football team of the week after their 2017 win over SEMO rivals on Friday. Saluki defensive tackle Blake Parzik earns co-player of the week after the fifth-year senior set a Saluki Stadium record with 5 tackles for a loss, including a sack.
Now, here in our region, we obviously have both SIU alums and SEMO alums, so I'm sure there are plenty of people on the edge of their seats on Friday.
Right. You couldn't allow fans in the stand, of course, with COVID, but it was great to see those guys come out and play, and they said it was kind of a unique situation where they're preparing for one game and then that's it. But glad that those guys finally got a chance to play their game.
Thanks so much, Kendra. And there are many young people in our region who are doing great things in their communities or just generally